It takes rational mind a moment or two longer to register and respond than it does with emotional mind. The first impulse in an emotional situation is hearts, not heads. Now, it is very interesting. Here is a renowned psychologist, a clinical psychologist, who is talking about heart and not mind and not brain. The whole psychology deals with your brain or mind. Brain exists, mind we do not know how many of us have mind, but supposedly we have mind. So, anyhow, what is said here by Goleman is that in many situations it is heart that prevails over mind. But do we find when we dissect a heart any membranes? Do we find when we dissect a heart any nerves which are linked with our emotional mind and which provide signals coming from heart? Not at all. Those of you who are from biological sciences or medical science or even physiotherapy, you will bear witness that our heart does not have such nervous system inside it. It does have some enclaves, it does have some very strong muscles to pump blood, but it does not have all that sophistication which is there in our head, in our brain system. Yet Goleman is saying in many situations it is our heart that prevails over our mind. We cannot choose the emotions which we have. Love is like a fever that comes and goes independently of the will. Rational mind usually does not decide what emotions we shall have. You do not have a workshop before you decide is the proposal coming for your marriage suitable or not. You just decide on the moment. Your parents or friends or anyone proposes that so and so might be a good match for you, and when you meet the person you decide, that is all. You never try to find out details, you never even the so called dating in Western society, and I am saying it because I have lived there for a long time, is a period of fooling each other. Each one plays a role during dating to be Mr. Nice or Miss Nice and never nasty. And people think, and psychologists suggest, that unless people meet before marriage, understand each other, they cannot live in a peaceful life, and all those are based on their local culture and custom, not based on human nature at all. People think that whatever psychologists are saying, what dramas are telling them, whatever they find in social media is truth. No, it is not right. Therefore, when you meet a person or your feelings are attracted towards some person, you feel attracted, then it is only a matter of your emotional mind. Now, therefore, what he is saying here is that rational mind usually does not decide what emotions we should have. Then he is telling us the brain registers emotional memories through neurochemical alerting system that prime the body to react to life threatening emergencies by fighting or fleeing. Now, again, if we take any crude example, you are very interested in hunting, it is your hobby. You go to a forest and you have gun in your hand, a very good 12-bore gun with the 6 automatic shots coming out of it when needed. And while you are walking, suddenly from behind a tree a leopard or a lion appears. What will be your situation? Some might fail, some might become completely wet with perspiration. Some might lose color of their hair. Black hair turn white momentarily. How it happens? What he's telling us is there are some neurochemicals which react in a very, very fast and effective manner, and our body responds to it. Forget about lion, perhaps you don't like the example. You are sleeping and you see that you have climbed Empire State Building or Eiffel Tower, but when you are at the top of the Eiffel Tower, it starts tilting and you are about to fall down from there. What's your response, your bodily response? If you shout and cry for help and jump from your bed and find out at that point your pulse, your heartbeat, your perspiration, your forehead is full of perspiration, although you were in a dream. Therefore, what he is telling us has certain biological truth because neurochemicals are there. Under stress and or anxiety of intense excitement, a nerve running from the brain to the adrenal glands atop the kidneys triggers a section of the hormones epinephrine and neurophrine, which surges throughout the body, priming it for an emergency. That means that certain chemicals are released, and because of those release of chemicals, those reactions take place which are bodily changes, and emotions are also involved in that. Now, just try to analyze what you have heard from Goleman. What is he telling you? That as a clinical psychologist and who has perhaps studied some biology as well, he is telling us that most of our emotional responses are either snap judgments or involving a biological, a chemical process. Therefore, these chemical processes lead to that kind of situation. When you are angry, when you are feeling hurt, or you are excited, or any kind of situation, which means that the whole spectrum of psychology, and for that matter sociology, economics, political science, you talk about any single social science, and all of them draw their data from this physical data, physically analyzable, and based on that they make their conclusions and predictions. Predictions about who will win the election, predictions about how longevity you have by a medical doctor based on your physical fitness analysis by him, and so on and so forth. Therefore, my very humble submission to all of you who come from social sciences or even applied sciences is, you need to come out of your cocoons, your cocoon of biology, psychology, sociology, your cocoon of computer science, and try to look on life and people in different manner. Human beings are not robots, are not just what I was taught in my undergrad psychological course, SR, stimulus response relationship. They are different. Therefore, what we are hearing till now is essentially very valuable views based on experimentation, long experience as clinical psychologists, but all those are based on certain assumptions, as I said in the beginning, local culture and certain understanding of human being.